Embryo culture to day 5 is as it says. We keep the embryos. So from your egg collection, we will mix the sperm and the eggs the same day. We'll check them the next morning for the first signs of fertilization, and then they'll go into a specialized incubator, either a normal conventional incubator or a time-lapse incubator, and they'll be left there until day 5. And that allows us to go monitor the embryo and its different checkpoints. So on day 1, which is the day after your egg collection, we just expect to see normal fertilization. Day 2, we expect the embryos to be between 2 and 4 cells. Day 3, around the 8-cell mark. Day 4, we don't really check them. It's such a large transition day. And the first 3 days are down to the egg mainly, and how the health of the egg, and it's exclusively down to that. From sort of between day 2 and day 3, the sperm factor comes into play. The sperm has to flick a switch inside the embryo called the embryonic genome, and that allows the embryo then to grow onto a blastocyst by day 5. So the blastocyst is then more of a 100, 120 cells. It's graded in a completely different way. It's a bit of a strange way of thinking about a blastocyst, but if you think of it like a football, what will gradually happen is that football inflates, and as it inflates, we can tell the quality a lot more accurately. So we see the inner cell mass, which is the group of big chunky cells in the middle, that goes on to make the baby. And then the cells surrounding the outside of the football are called the trabectoderm. And that goes on to make the placenta. And what we like to see in those is that nice cobbled street effect. So if we can see nice big chunky inner cell mass cells and nice cobbled street trabectoderm, that is a good quality blastocyst. Now you can get all sorts of different various combinations and setups of that blastocyst. It could be that when we check them on day 5, they're still at that deflated stage and we can't really tell what they're doing. And it's just down to, that allows us the best embryo selection, because what we might see sometimes on day 3 is you might have several really nice, beautiful 8-cell embryos and maybe a not so good 6-cell, but by the time you culture them onto day 5, that embryonic genome switch has been flicked, and the best embryos that you saw on day 3 may not necessarily be the best embryos you see on day 5. So it's about deselecting and selecting the best ones again.